Heartbreaking what things look like at our Mexican border. What's the solution?
Wale, Aliyu, we are live at the San Diego and Mexico border, where, as you can see behind me, migrants have been gathering here ahead of Title 42. A lot of them on the other side of the fence. They've set up tents and that kind of thing. A lot of them even coming up to us, yelling at us, asking in Spanish if we could charge phones for them, or if they can get some water or any kind of food, any kind of help. And it's not just the migrants here, but everyday San Diegans coming here to provide any kind of humanitarian aid, food, water. We're going to get to some of them in just a moment. Meanwhile, officials say they are preparing for up to 10,000 illegal crossings per day along the southern border starting on Thursday. Already, the Border Patrol says a total of 26,000 migrants were recently apprehended within a 3-day span. Here's the deal. When Title 42 ends, the U.S. border policy will revert back to what it was before the pandemic, a policy called Title 8. Now, Title 8 allows the U.S. to send migrants back across the border, but not right away. First, it lets migrants make their case for asylum to border agents and then a judge. If they are denied, then they can be deported. If migrants cross the border unlawfully, they could face tougher consequences, like being barred from entering the U.S. for 5 years or more. We spoke with an immigration attorney who says his office is already getting an increase of calls from migrants asking for help.
Right now, people are coming to the border because they're saying, hey, May 11th, it's gone. I can show up and they're going to help me process and I can stay. It's not going to be that simple.
He adds that migrants could use the CBP One app to apply for asylum, but some say that app has several problems. And for more on that, let's get out to ABC 10 News reporter Sierra Encinas, who shows us from dead batteries to misinformation. The CBP app isn't so easy for migrants with limited resources.
We're just days out from Title 42 being lifted, and this is the situation in San Diego. You can see that the number here has doubled since we were here reporting yesterday. There are several families here. Children as young as infants are out here waiting for their chance to ask for asylum.
I hate to say that because everybody's hungry.
As the clock is ticking for Title 42 to expire, advocates are offering a helping hand to the hundreds of migrants gathered at the border. And activity is picking up with rescue after rescue, and kids of all ages are camped out with their families, waiting for Border Patrol agents to take them to processing centers.
We came because, like many others, we are looking for better days. We're looking for safety to go out in the streets.
Marcela Aguilar is from Colombia. She crossed through the border fences. She says she was told the CBP One app wasn't for her.
The information we got about the app is that it's only for Venezuelans to ask to come across as refugees.
She was misinformed. CBP says it's for all non-citizens to apply to streamline the process to legally enter at a port of entry. But even if Aguilar wanted to apply through the app, she can't.
It's dead. We can't even turn it on. We don't have a battery.
Pedro Rios is with the American Friends Service Committee. He says his world has been turned upside down helping migrants around the clock. He says that's one of the biggest complaints he's hearing. That's why he's helping to charge migrants phones.
There are a lot of people who might be trying to use the CBP One app, but just can't do it.
As for Aguilar, she says now that she's waiting, she won't be using the app.
Now with the situation we are in, we already went on a journey. It's been 15 days now, 6 waiting here.
Border advocates expect the number of migrants to continue to grow along our southern border as Title 42 is set to expire on Thursday. In San Isidro, Sierra Encinas, ABC 10 News.
And as these migrants have gathered along the border wall here behind me, so have San Diegans trying to provide humanitarian aid. Joining me now is Nina Douglas, who has been here bringing food and supplies to these migrants you've been out here for a couple of weeks, you said?
That's right.
Tell me what you've seen, what things have looked like since you've been coming out here, Nina.
Well, over the past 2 weeks, what we're seeing is increasing hunger and thirst and increasing numbers. This morning, we had an incident where the gate opened while we were providing food and water to people. Not one person tried to step outside. I believe these are people who are fleeing violence. They are here to seek asylum, which is, I understand, their right in the law.
You don't feel like they're just trying to get across the border? They're trying to get help?
Absolutely not. Oh, no.
Right. And how often are you coming out here?
Today we arrived about 9 and we haven't left other than to run and get more supplies. What we're seeing many more children, including babies and young babies. It's just very difficult to see people who are on federal land. They are in custody, officially, I believe, of the United States Border Patrol or DHS. They can't leave. They don't have food. They don't have water. There's one toilet. This morning there were over 400 people here. New people keep coming. It's a situation that is, for someone who lives in Chula Vista, and I just drive home to come back to see more and more of this. So very concerning.
And I can tell people, viewers watching at home, you don't really understand the gravity of it. We try to describe it to you. We try to explain it to the viewers, but until you're here seeing it in person, it really touches you. Tell me why, we've got about 10 seconds left, why it's so important for you to come out here and just be here.
The people on that side don't look different than the families and children on this side. They have had to take desperate measures and are trying to survive and to be safe.
Yeah, Nina, thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time and for speaking with us. We really
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
it. And the U.S. Consulate in Tijuana sent out a message out today letting people know that our ports of entry may experience disruptions and delays when Title 42 ends on Thursday. So be prepared for a wait if you commute across the border. That is all for us now. Back to you at the station, Kimberly.
All right. We will continue to follow this in the days to come. Thank you, Wale, for that live update.